He was the one jumping over the barrels.
Yep.
Trying to save who? Princess Peach.
Saving a hoe that didn't want to be saved.
They don't want to be saved.
Like,
don't save her. They don't want to be saved.
Hey.
And you just dying and dying and dying.
Fighting
you know
for your
what I'm
life.
saying?
You got your brother involved.
Fighting for your life. You don't even know the chick, bro.
No.
You don't even know her.
You got Luigi home kicking and you like, yo, Luigi, we got to go get her.
We?
Luigi like, what you mean we got to go get her? Who is her?
Sure.
The princess.
Princess
Who got her?
Peach.
What if the whole time Princess Peach, King Koopa was her man?
Donkey Kong was hitting it, bro.
Right, Donkey Kong too, yeah.
He was hitting it, bro.
And you mad.
You mad. How you get mixed up in that whole situation? And then you're going to bring your brother in.
Right. To get your ass whooped. You got to jump over turtles, mushroom, bricks.
Yeah,
saws. You got to get big, got to get little. All for a chick. No, she get kidnapped every episode.
Let me tell you something. Rule number 1, man, money over broads, bro. You got a full-time job as a plumber, bro. You ain't got time to be chasing after no chick.
Hey, but this
you supposed to be making money, bro.
The kicker is, right, the kicker is, every time you get her, she go back.
She go back.
And
exactly.
you go get it again.
And you go get it again.
At one point, you're going to realize that is her home.
Right.
She ain't leaving you. She going home.
That's right, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You weren't even a real side nigga.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? You were just
She
there.
never yours. It's just your turn, bro.
It wasn't even your turn. You colonized. You tried to colonize
It's
her.
just your turn, man. You know what I'm saying?
You just ran over there.
But think about it. This real life, bro. You know, you chasing out the hoe. She already know. You got people lined up. They got quarters already on the the video game lined up, bro. Who next?
Who next? She don't belong to you. She don't belong to you.
I need a dollar, that's what I need. Hey, well, I need a dollar, that's what I need.
All right, man. Welcome back to another episode of No BS Podcast.
We back again.
Yeah, man, we back, man. How was your week, man?
It don't stop. It was straight, man. You know, work. You know, everything going on, man. Life happening fast, man. The weather starting to break. You know, so it was a good week, man.
Yeah.
Good week. Just trying to keep up with the news and everything that's going on, man. It's a lot going on.
What happened in the news? What I miss?
Oh, man. Man, where do I start, bro? I mean, we was just talking about your boy from Creed earlier today, you know, so that's going on in the news. The economy is going on in the news.
Yeah, people get laid off left
Layoffs
and right.
going on in the news. AI is taking over.
You know, that's not even the biggest issue for me because I seen the news, not even just the news, man. In the last 3 weeks, and I don't know if anybody's paying attention to it, but the amount of mass shootings and killing that has happened in the last 3 weeks is ridiculous.
Man, I don't think that's ever going anywhere, man, unfortunately.
Nah, it ain't. But, like, it's like 2 or 3 a week now. It's like that's just expected.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I did see on the news, there was a broadcast. Man, I think I seen it about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Don't quote me. But there's a company that created, like this panic room for the schools, for the school systems. So it's actually like a full-size whiteboard in every classroom. And let's say an incident happens, the teacher would hit the button on the chalkboard, and the chalkboard will transform into a small panic room, and they can get inside of it and protect themselves from anything that might be going on. I can't remember the company's name, but great invention.
I don't think so.
Why not?
And I'm going to tell you why. Because if I'm one of the kids in the school and I know this is here and I want to do my mass shooting, I hit the button. Everybody's stuck in the room and I lace everybody.
Well, I mean, that's one way to look at it.
I mean,
but the other way to look at it is only staff members know how to turn it on or start it up, that kind of stuff. So
I don't know, because kids
you gotta have something, bro.
I mean, we shouldn't have to have nothing.
We shouldn't have to, but
I get that, right? But my thing is, most of the mass shooting are coming from kids inside the school. Well, all it takes is one incident, and you see it on the news, and now the kids research, like, oh, that's how this works.
Yeah, they gotta have something though, man. But
Yeah.
I see your point though. I see your point.
That,
I see your point.
if I was going to kill somebody, and I never, I'm past that. I'm past life on shit like that. But,
Right.
and I'm the student in the classroom. I got the guns. I know this is on my mind, and I don't want you to leave. I walk up to the teacher, act like, hey, how does work on the board? Problem solving, like you normally do.
Right.
And hit the button.
That's
Room
true.
locks up.
Let's talk about how the guns getting into school anyway. Let's talk about that situation.
Oh,
And the only reason why I'm bringing it up because Rich Neck Elementary, that last major shooting was actually like 10 minutes from my home when I used to live in Newport News, Virginia.
Gotcha.
So that elementary school that experienced that elementary school been there forever, man. But just knowing that, hey, that's in your hometown, that's like 10 minutes away from
home.
where you used to live at. My child probably would have been going to that school if I was still living in my home in Virginia.
Right.
They definitely would have been going to Rich Neck Elementary. So, that kind of hit home for me, that particular one right there.
Guns are so accessible. And the way gun laws are set up now, and especially in Georgia, you don't need no license. You ain't got to go through nothing.
Man.
You can walk around Desperado style. It's really almost setting it up like we Wild Wild West. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, man.
And I know when I was back in our day, when we was in school, all it took was one knife or a gun, and there was metal detectors on every door. I remember.
Went Joe Clark on them, boy.
Right,
Change
for
the
real,
doors.
man.
Change the doors.
For real. They had metal detectors. But, it made you like, you know what? It ain't even worth bringing here because if you get that metal detector go off and they pull it out,
Man,
you going
that's
to jail.
crazy, man. That's crazy.
But today we just everything's so accessible, man.
That's true, man.
You can walk on campus with a gun. You can pull up with one. You can pull up with a knife.
I just think at work, man. I mean, there's been a couple of incidents locally, man, whereas people have, got into a factory or a warehouse and something bad happened, that kind of stuff, man. So security is one thing, but being secure is another thing,
Right.
And you got to take care of people, man, while they at work.
Man, I remember when I worked for this company, and we had one dude. Right? Everybody knew if this dude ever got fired, we got to watch out. Like, he was a real life military, did the sniper,
Right,
sniper and stuff, right?
Right.
So we had to terminate him one day, but I made sure I wasn't the guy that did that. I ain't even document, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I ain't about to walk outside
You got to
and
keep
drop.
your hands clean, huh?
Man, when we terminated him and they walked him out, he said, "Don't worry." He said, "Don't." No, he didn't say I'll be back. He said, "Don't worry. It's in God's hands."
Oh, wow. That's
So in my mind, I was like, man, let me get the next week off.
Oh, man.
But I ended up seeing him at the gym, and he was he said he was in his most peaceful state. He had no stress on him,
Right.
stuff like that. I was like, boy, you had the whole building scared. He was like, for what? They said, man, they thought you was gonna start sniping people at the front door. He was like, why would I go to jail? I'm like, I don't know, man. I just want to give you a heads up, boy. You had us worried.
For real, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
We shouldn't be living in a world of fear like that, especially our kids. We should one, you want to protect them, but two, what is causing these mass shootings? Like, what type of psych evaluation that these kids are going through? What type of stuff they see? Like, I don't know what's triggering someone. I mean, even when a 6-year-old shoot a teacher.
Yeah, man.
Like, you know how crazy, how that sound, a 6-year-old?
That's crazy, man. I remember seeing viral videos, man, of kids fighting teachers. That's even, like, unheard of when I was growing up, man. You don't hit no teacher, bro.
Hey, well, hold on. No, you don't. No. First of all, it wasn't really, that's just something you just don't do. Like, I was always taught you don't put your hands on people, like, unless it's necessary or they threaten your space. But a teacher, like the teacher, was one of the most respected people.
Right, that's almost like hitting a cop.
Like hitting your mama.
Right,
you know
hitting your mama. Yep.
Because when I was in school, man, them the people that was helping me.
Right.
They was, hey, Sean, work on this, sitting over my shoulder, making sure I understood this. Like, not sitting here being combative, because these kids feel like, I guess, I don't know, I'll see someone that's like entitlement. Give me my phone.
That's
like,
true,
first
man.
of all, and I get it, for parents that give kids cell phone, but your cell phone ain't. You're not supposed to really have a cell phone in an educational setting because what are you really learning? Because when the moment and kids got attention spans that don't last long, so the moment that the teacher start teaching something that doesn't equate to what they want to learn, they pick up the phone.
Yeah.
And then start listening to TikTok and scrolling.
It's like a habit, man.
And now this teacher trying to teach, but you're going through social media. Now we can hear what you're listening to on social media.
Right.
I take your phone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now you got a whole argument. And now we arguing like you're an adult.
Yep.
And then if you have the nerve to put your hands on me, now you jeopardizing my job and your life.
Man.
You know what I said? I'm jeopardizing my job and your life.
That's true, bro.
Because if I was a teacher and you put your hands on me,
man,
it all depends. Like, I just found like, what are the parents doing after this situation? Are you blaming your kids or are you blaming the teacher?
That's true, man. I think teachers take a bad rap for a lot of stuff, man. Number one, they definitely need to be paid more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. Like, why we don't pay teachers more than, I mean, they're
the babysitters.
Yeah, other than the family unit, I mean, the teachers are the next in line, man. They spend a lot of time with your kids.
They spend 8 hours with your child.
I'm telling you, man, that is crazy, man. It kind of leads me into kind of the topic that we're talking about today. You know, as far as walking in your gift. A lot of times, teachers can identify what kids are good at if they're in tune with the kids. And that's probably like their first exposure into what they might be good at as far as their gift is concerned. How do you feel about that?
I feel like teachers do recognize students that are gifted and students that can be gifted and students that got potential. And they do horn on those skills. They do. That's why I said when they see it, like my teachers, they saw it in me and they bent over backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to make sure and stayed on top, you know what I'm saying? Email. Call my parents, hey, this is what he's having trouble in. Is there any way he can stay after school
to
work on this? You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And to me, even as a teacher, to be a teacher for an underpaid job, that's something that they love to do.
Right.
That's a love.
Right.
Like,
they're not doing it for the money.
They're not really doing that at all. I mean, they're getting paid, but to be a teacher and like period, knowing that you got to sit here with 24 to 50 kids in the classroom, deal with all these personalities. One, you got to have the patience.
For real.
The patience.
You got 25 kids in the classroom, but you dealing with 50 personalities.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Some of the classroom are overfilled.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Each kid got at least 2 personalities.
Each kid. And then on top of that, they're undersupplied.
Yep.
You know? They don't have all the resources to get the job done, but they're there because they love it. And to see that get disrespected because they're not there they can go online and teach and get still paid more. They can open up their own home studies and get paid more, but they there for the kids. They love the kids. Right. Like, and for them to get disrespected and beat up on and cuss
don't make any sense, man.
Like, what are the parents doing?
I don't know.
You know
what
I'm saying? But like that's a gift in itself. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's really a gift in itself. Like,
I remember I used to get in trouble a lot, man, when I was in school. Not in trouble, but like when I lose focus, you know, I'll just pull out a piece of paper and start drawing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that was like one of the things that I was interested in when I was small, you know, in school and whatnot, just drawing, man. So at one point in my life, I thought art was my gift.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I used to draw a lot. I used to compare myself to a couple other guys in the classroom that could draw real good. So we had like a little competition going on.
Right.
But that was my gift back then. But as I was coming up, man, one of the things I learned that if you don't use your gift, you'll lose it.
Man, so that's true. So I used to draw, right, as well, and I had an opportunity. So I want to say I was maybe 16, and there was a competition to work for Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And they had like not the work for him, but the intern in high school over the summer.
Right.
But we had to create our own characters, our own basically our own little comic book.
Right. I got you.
Man, I spent. And my dad was helping me every bit of the way. He was helping me with the storyline.
Okay.
And it was called The Forest Protectors.
All right.
Right? man, I spent every day, every night drawing each characters. So you know how you see like on a video game like 2K and it shows all their abilities. I had it set up like that.
Set up.
You know what I'm saying? I had a whole story
like a bio.
Dude, bio, and then I had a story. Like I had the whole the first comic done.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Page for page. I took the time out for this. And maybe 2 weeks before I had to turn it in, because my dad wanted to finalize it and everything. We sat it on the table. Came back, the thing was missing. Right?
Oh man.
So now me and my dad was looking for this because he knew how hard I was working on this. And he knew I wanted to fly to New York to work with Todd McFarlane, dog. I really did. So come to find out, my brother came home. He was so proud of me that he took the comic book to school, showed his art teacher for show and tell. Art teacher never gave it back to him.
Oh no!
Right?
What?
So, no, this is a deep story. Cause we almost went. There's a lot of things that transpired, but. She tried to sell the comic book on the low, so she stole it from my brother. She tried to act like she never had it. You know what I'm saying? We at the school, me and my dad and my mom, we at the school. We talking to them, administrators. We trying to find it. She's saying she never saw it.
Right.
The whole class done saw it. And man, and it was due, and I couldn't duplicate that, right? And then a couple of months go by, because after that, man, my love for it was like, she really snatched the love of drawing out of me with that.
Oh, man.
And the crazy part is, in the rage I had at that age, I wanted to do some things too if I see that in the street.
Oh, man, bro.
And this so happened, her sister, because my brother was in the middle school. I was in high school. Her sister taught my history class. I didn't know that was her sister.
Okay.
They didn't even have the same last names.
Gotcha.
But me and my history teacher, quote unquote, was sitting down. We was going over like the Civil War and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I had one of the characters drawn on my back then, you used to get the not the trash bag, but the brown grocery
Oh yeah,
bag
the book covers. You make your own book cover.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had the character drawn on the book cover. And she said, "Oh, this looks like one of my sister pictures in her comic book." Oh. And I was like, "Who's your sister?" And she said, "She teaches art at the middle school." I was like, "She had this character?" He was like, "Yeah, how you get it?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know." I went to Mr. Durham, the principal. I said, "Yo, come here. I need you to bring this history." I called my dad. He already knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Man, she came in there. She was like, "Yeah, my sister got the same comic book." The principal said, "There's no way she can have this." Her sister never told her what was going on, so that messed it all up for her. Man, we already got her. She wrote the thing down. She had wrote it down. She thought I took her sister's stuff, and really I didn't.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
Because the simple fact is, your sister said she never saw it, never had it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that went on another investigation. But once I had stopped drawing, that gets something to back up. I let it go for about a year or two. Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? I went back to try to draw. I was already in college at this point. I went back trying to draw again. I couldn't.
Yeah, I got you, man.
It took away from me, man.
And I'm rusty too, man. But I'm like, gosh, what would have happened if I would have kept going, man? And just walked in my gift. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I look at people now, man, that are good at certain things. Some people good at photography. Some people good at painting. Some people that good at making stuff. And I'm like, man, I'm so like impressed by people that see their gift and then they continue their gift and they're making money from their gift nowadays, man. I think that's awesome, man.
I know it took me a while to understand what I love to do. I always knew I loved the film, and I always knew I loved taking pictures.
Yeah.
That always been me. I was the guy at the Freak Neeks and the Bike Weeks with the cameras.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I was at all the family events with the cameras. But when I went to school, when we coming up, that wasn't considered a profession. That was more so a hobby. You know what I'm saying? And then I went to school for business. And once I left school, I was like, what the hell am I going to do with a business degree?
Right.
But I'm working at a warehouse.
Right.
I'm a manager and supervisor at a warehouses. What the hell did that have to do?
Right. That's true, man.
You know what I'm saying? To do what I'm doing now. And doing what I do now is what I was told that wasn't a career then. That's a career now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It used to be cool to say, to be a lawyer, doctor, fireman, policeman, all that good stuff. But now today, man, them are a mechanic.
Right.
It's even hard to find a good mechanic.
That's true, man.
Most
That's
mechanic
true.
shops still got the old school people still there, man, because the young people ain't into that.
Right, man.
You know,
it's all about creating nowadays, man.
Create an illusion that is not you.
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
The creator.
And the
It's
crazy part I see with it, right? So everybody is a creator now. The problem is, and this is let me make sure I say this right. The problem is with being a creator is consistency, right? This is how you know if you're truly walking on the path you're supposed to be walking on your purpose, walking in your gift, walking where you're supposed to be heading to. If you can consistently do that without getting bored,
Right.
or consistently do it without complaining, or consistently do it with a smile on your face, or consistently do it without making excuses on the day that you didn't do it, or consistently stay ahead of it, because that's what you're doing. That's what says is your gift. But when you're not, it only lasts for a second before you jump on a new trend.
That's true, man.
It only lasts for a second because you're ready to jump on a new trend.
Yep.
So if this new thing pop out and it says, oh, and you jump to that, or this happens, or this happened, or you trying to keep up with the Joneses,
Right.
that ain't what you want to do.
Somebody told me a long time ago. It's called shiny object syndrome.
Right.
You know, that's an actual thing.
Oh, it is.
You know,
what
you
cartoon
jumping,
was that?
You jumping back and forth. But somebody told me a long time ago that the way you know your gift or your purpose, I would say, is that it's something that you love doing so much that you would do it for free.
Right.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Hey,
I do too.
I know
because it doesn't seem like work. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And then too, on top of that, I've done a lot of stuff for free.
Right.
Coming up, and then when I decided to make it a business, it was hard for me to charge people or work with people. I mean, not work with them, but charge them and trying to figure out prices, because
it don't seem like work.
Doing it, I'm like, that's what I do on a regular. Like,
yeah.
But then you start to realize, like, what you're doing that's normal to you,
right?
Other people can't do.
I'm telling you, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So now you become an expert into that,
right?
And now you can teach people, walk people through the process, and people pay for that education.
That's true, man. What kind of advice would you give somebody that has not found or identified their purpose or their gift yet?
That haven't found it?
Yeah.
Keep searching, because and figure out, because some people some people don't understand or can recognize their gift, right? And some people probably weren't even told or taught their gifts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like when I be like talking to kids, be like, hey, what are you good at? I don't know.
Right, I don't know. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can play, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? But as a parent, you can tell what your kid's gonna be good at as a parent. And sometimes and sometimes us as parents are too busy to horn on them.
Right.
But if I'm looking, say I got say my daughter, for example. So I'm looking at my child. She's 4 years old. She picks up a book. She start reading.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 4 or 5, I give her something else, and she problem solve. And then I turn around, and she's still picking up a book. You know what I'm saying? And she problem solving.
Right.
Okay, so I need to invest in something that goes along with that. So you like to read and you problem solving. So let me go ahead and start putting you around them type of books, so I can groom you, because if you're good at this and you're doing it, that's gonna be your purpose. So you like to read, okay? Let's start grooming you to be something towards like a lawyer or a journalist,
right?
Or something that is in that field,
right?
So I'm gonna keep honing. I'm gonna give you some more books, and I'm gonna hone on that. And just like some parents that play sports, they recognize if their kid's good at sports or not. You know if your kid suck or you don't.
Right.
But if you see they good, and you're like, oh, that boy can run the ball. Okay, you know what? Let me go get him a trainer.
Right.
You start investing into it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But then there you got some that makes it past the gun line, boss, and get older at 18.
Right.
And they're still trying to figure out.
That's what I was gonna say, man. There's a lot of adults that still don't know what their gift is. You know what I'm saying? So you know that's a whole nother level.
Yeah, and that's because I'm gonna tell you, I got friends that spent a lot of time in their 20s partying. Now, I'm not going to say some people are lucky enough to find their purpose and their gift early.
Right.
But the average woman, in my mind, the average woman finds their gift between the age of 23 and 30.
Okay.
I think they already mature. They see what they want to do. They find their purpose. They're on it.
Right.
And that's why I say a lot of women mature faster than males. Males, to me, don't find their gifts or their purpose till after they're 30.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because they still living out in the jungle. They running the streets, having the dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I got you.
But life don't get serious until they find something serious to get about.
That's true, man. You know, men and women are on different trajectories. So a man gains his value later in life, while a woman gains her value earlier in life. Right. And that's just my opinion, but you could find that a lot. And like you mentioned, a lot of times women mature earlier than guys. And like you also mentioned, guys, they trying to grind and figure things out because we're logical, and you really don't get on your path until you're older. Right.
Well, you really got to sit there and think. Like I told my daughter, and I was like, I get you young, you're going to college, but I'm going to be real with you. Everything, if you're looking for a boyfriend, are you looking for somebody to get married to? Are you looking to be with somebody? Are you looking to be in a relationship? Everything at this point is practice. Because you're not going to find a mature person your age, a male that you want to be with, until after they hit 30. After they hit 30, between 30 and 35, that's when the guys start trying to figure out what they're going to do with the rest of their lives.
Right.
But anything before 30, you're going to get cheated on. No lie. It happens. You're going to get cheated on. You're going to go to 2 or 3 breakups. If you get married, you may get divorced. If you're lucky. I'm talking about in this era. Now, back in the day, before 90, early 95 and below.
It was different back then.
Yeah, it's different. But now, it's a game.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
true,
saying?
bro.
Don't come to me at 24, 25 talking about he proposed, we getting married.
Right.
Now, finish out what you got to do.
That's true, man. And for the people out there that have not found out what their gift is, don't give up. You know, keep looking. You know, I got a personality type where I like a whole bunch of different type of things, man.
Right.
I don't know if it's my astrological sign or what moon I was born under. You know, I don't know. I can't explain it.
Right.
But like I like a whole bunch of different stuff, and it took me time to like pick one.
I have an issue where I feel like I can do a lot. But when I say a lot, I feel like it's all within the field that I'm in.
Right, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's still under that umbrella.
It's still under the umbrella.
Right.
But there's some people that feels like I can be this, I could be that, I could be this, I could be that. And if you're still trying to figure it out, go intern. I would say find something that you think you like and go intern. If you get there and you intern and you look around like, oh, okay, this ain't what I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
You can go, but don't jump on somebody's clock and have them paying you for something that you're not even sure of yourself.
Yeah, that's true, man.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. I think, I mean, just my opinion, I think I'm good at, like, I like to create stuff, and that kind of goes back to when I was younger as far as drawing and stuff. But I think I'm a pretty good writer, man, and I wish that I could have, back then, you know, kind of went on that career path as far as being a writer and that kind of stuff, because I can whip stuff up now. But now they got computer programs to do that.
Yeah, but once again, I think that's a trend.
Yeah.
And I mean, AIs ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Right.
But what happens is if I write for you every day and you ask me a question, I keep writing for you every day, then who the fuck is you?
Right. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Where's the real story?
Right.
Where's the authentic you at?
Right.
If I go to an AI and be like, oh, write me up a book. Yeah, I can write. It's going to write you up a book, and it's going to be exactly what it is, but it's not you.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
That's what's missing, the personality part of it.
That's always going to be missing.
Yeah.
The AI is going to be here. It can be a guide to you for some things, but at the end of the day, if it's not you, because don't forget, when we go to stores, we buy groceries, we go to certain grocery stores because that's what we like. I go to Publix because that's what I like. I go to Chick-fil-A because I like the customer service. I go buy clothes because I like that brand. I go buy my wife Louis Vuitton bags because that's the brand she like. We go to places that we like because of the name of it and and what's behind it.
That's true.
But if I go to your blog or your page, I'm looking for you. But if I sit here and see the same generic stuff, and then I meet you in person, and I find out, like, you know what? That don't sound like nothing you've been writing.
Right.
All right, so you fake.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I think. That's where I think AI is good at helping, but at the same time, you still have to be your authentic self in the process, because you can't be a brand and the computer being the brand for you.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. Have you ever come across anybody in your life, like, or friends or whatnot, where you see they really, really good at something, and you talk to them about, man, you should open up a business, and they like, nah, man, that ain't me. Why do you think some people feel that way?
Because it ain't them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because we feel they good at
right.
it, we can feel like they could have been the best football player ever. They could have been the best, what's the name, whatever. But who to say that that's not in them? True. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta be.
We assume it, but we don't know the story behind that made that person feel like it.
They gotta be into it.
You know what I'm saying? We might be like, man, you a killer electrician. Yeah, I am. Man. I mean, I could almost like going to school, getting a degree to be a doctor, but you sitting out here being a lawyer.
Right. Or like a cook, man. You know, we got people that know how to cook, man. Like, man, you should open up a restaurant.
Nah, bro.
Man, I ain't opening up no restaurant.
Because at the end of the day,
I do it for fun.
I do it for fun. I do it because I love it.
Right.
But I'm not doing it to put strain and stress on me.
That's true.
If I open up a restaurant and this is not what I want.
I'm creating another job.
Right.
I'm creating a job for myself.
Now it's not even fun no more because I'm working it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So that wasn't their gift.
Right, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they have everybody got multiple gifts, but to operate and walk into that gift of life that is going to make you happy, be prosperous, and bring you back revenue, you have to understand yourself and you have to understand the path you're going.
Right.
We can't dictate that because
that's true, man.
God tells me what I need to do. I don't know. He might tell me you good at that, and I might need you I might just need you for that particular thing, like, hey, just for a day.
Yeah,
but
man.
I'm looking at you like, man, you should open up a business. That ain't what God told him.
Right.
That's what God. Hey, that's what I told him.
That's true, man. That's true, man. I look at like comedians, man. Like, I wonder if they were like funny when they were little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's their gift. We know musicians, a lot of musicians and artists, they sing that kind of stuff, and they start out when they real little.
Right.
But like comedians, man, you think like comedians were funny like when they were babies?
Nah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, right? Because I think I'm funny at times. I think I can joke with the best. I could.
I don't know, what was that?
Oh, it's a bird outside. Oh, okay. It was like, shit, you gotta sound like you in here.
We live.
Yeah. So well, but I feel like I'm funny.
Okay.
I feel like I could be a comedian. But when I talk to my wife, she like, that shit is not funny. And I be in there. Hey, so I took what's my man name? He got a master class. He played Roxanne with the long nose. He played in with the 12 kids or something, bunch of kids. My daughter got married, movie like Disney Channel movies. White guy with the white hair. He is funny. What is his name? Hold on.
Oh man, who you talking about, bro?
I don't know, but I'm taking his master class right now. I can't. I knew the moment that it hit was gonna say it, man. Hold on, I'm gonna see. But no, I've been taking his master class because I think I'm funny. Oh, what's his name? Steve Martin.
Oh, okay, Steve Martin.
Yeah,
right.
It's called.
I got you.
It's called. It's a master class on starting off to be a comedian or something.
Okay.
So that's how funny I think I am. You know what I'm saying?
Steve Martin funny, huh? Steve Martin funny, man.
Yeah, hey, I be in the house practicing like little jab jokes. I come in with the serious face. I lay the joke out, and when I got everybody into it, I hit him with the punchline and walk off.
Oh man!
And then Madison may catch it, and she start laughing. Logan may catch it, and then Alicia be like,
"That ain't funny."
I got it, but
man, I used to wanted to be a magician when I was little, bro.
Dog.
I used to do magic tricks and everything, bro.
Hey,
Man, I thought that was like the best. I thought that was like the best job ever to be a magician, bro.
Sit here and make shit disappear. David Copperfield would make you think
David Copperfield, man. He was one of my idols when I was little, man. And then Chris Angel, man. Chris Angel.
Oh yeah, he's new. Yeah.
Yeah. And what's the other guy, man, that's out there? God, I forget his name. But anyway, I just wanted to be a magician when I was younger, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Never made Houdini.
Never made that happen.
Never made that.
Never made that happen, boy.
So let me ask you, what is the hardest part, would you think, the hardest part for people to why you think it's hard for people to recognize their true self?
A couple of reasons, man, but one reason that kind of stick out to me is like if you grew up in an environment where everybody has always done the same thing all the time, generation after generation. A lot of times, if you say, "Hey, I want to do this," the people around you might try to hold you back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh no, you can't do that. No, we've never done that, and they'll kind of like they'll snuff it out of you, and like you don't have that fire anymore.
So you believe that the environment can determine
it could
where you head at?
Yeah, it could. And then the second reason was if you got the personality type like me, where you can't really pick one, and then you just get paralyzed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a couple reasons why, man.
So you think people that got like personalities where they can't think, they're the ones that be opening like 100 businesses, trying to figure out which one gonna work and what ain't gonna
work. Man. Yeah, dude. I know people like that, man. I know people like that. Sometimes I'm guilty of it.
I'm about to make 6-7 figures.
For real, I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna do it all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make 20,000 from this, 20,000 from that, instead of figuring out one thing and just sticking with it. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
But that could be your gift, though. Multitasking, being able to multitask, is an actual gift too.
Oh, it is. Being patient is a gift.
You know what I'm saying? Being patient is a gift. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm coming into my own, man. I think, like I said, I like to write, and I can simplify stuff, dude. I can simplify stuff and teach people how to save time.
Right.
That's my gift. You know what I'm saying? So just got to figure out how to monetize that. But you know, it's a different personalities, man. Some people take longer than others.
They do, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I was working on. To help people with their gifts, and it's something so simple because we did it in the workforce, and it's just SOPs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, this is your gift. Let's develop an SOP for your gift and see if you can operate within your own boundaries of your gift.
That's true, man. That's
and if ingenious,
you can, player.
Boom, and then you can download it.
Bars. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Bars.
That's facts. If you can operate in your own SOPs of your gift, then it shouldn't be hard for you to work and operate and teach others that same process.
There you go, man. There you go.
Now you can monetize off of it.
You can monetize it. Yep. People pay for education, man, believe it or not.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that's a big thing.
Yep. People pay for education.
But it's important. Like, everybody's not meant to go to college.
That's true, man.
Everybody's not meant to go to military. There are people that are blessed. Everybody got their own blessings and got their own time for when their gifts and blessings kick in.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to be patient and consistent in what you're doing. And I think it all kicks in as long as you keep working toward it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't say, "Hey, I want to make this jump shot," but you never practice the jump shot. You know what I'm saying? In order for that gift or you to find it, you got to keep throwing. You're gonna fail.
Right.
You're gonna fail, but you got to keep throwing that dart. Keep throwing that dart. Keep throwing that dart. You can't win and find out what you're meant to do if you're not throwing darts.
That's true.
And a lot of us, or not a lot of us, it's a lot of not new generation, just people, period, that feel they entitled and don't have to throw but 1 or 2 darts and expect to land. Prime example, when my youngest child decided she was going to play basketball, she looked on TV, looked at it, and I was confused. Like, she had to be like 7 or 8. She looked on TV, watched Kyrie Irving, didn't go outside and practice. Mom, we got to go. Didn't go outside and practice. Went out to the school tryouts. Came back home, said, "Hey, Dad, I don't understand why I couldn't do none of the stuff he was doing on TV. I was like, what? I watched him all night. And I was like, and you went out to tryouts
to try out.
You know what I'm saying? She made the team, but it wasn't because of that.
That's funny, man.
But that's how people think. Like, oh, if I see it,
Right.
I can do
I can do it.
without practicing. You know, I should be paid for it. Like, come on, man.
That's true, man.
I look on the internet now. Everybody is an expert.
Yeah, everybody's a guru.
Like, bro, now I'm looking at your history. Now now you look at history. And now you're going through their history. Yo, you only been doing this for 2 years. How are you a guru at this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You haven't even seen all the trials and tribulations. Unlike us in the field that we in, man, I done seen over 100 weddings. I done did a bunch of fashion shoots. I done did a bunch of portraits. I done shot a bunch of people. I done did commercials for a lot of people.
And I messed up a lot of stuff.
Oh, fuck
You
them
know what
up.
I'm saying?
Boy, weddings,
Oh, man.
hey, it's weddings. I went back and looked at the video and be like, now that I know the skills that I have, you're like, dang, boy, I wish I could just give them their money back.
Oh, man.
But that all comes with growing pain. They loved
right.
it. But now I'm grown. I'm looking back at the old stuff. Be like, I mean, I could have did this better. I could have did that better.
Right.
But I'm learning from myself. But if you only got 2 years in the game, what experience did you really gain? Like,
true,
you haven't got them phone calls when somebody cussing your ass out.
Say you don't forgot more information that I done learned. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
You know what I'm saying? But you out here, download my class.
There you go. My master class. My master class.
All right. I'm a master the teacher.
Man.
I got master class for the master class.
Man, they hit people upside the head with these courses though, man. Golly, 1,500, 2,000.
And the crazy part is, this is the part that kicks me, right? Because I like to study other people's courses because I got my own. But when I look at other people's courses, what gets me is they speak abroad. We're going to talk about a plant. Not, the plant green, the plant stay green because it got a little sunlight, put some water in the soil.
Right, we already
and that's
know
their
that.
master class.
We already know that.
You know what I'm saying? I done did the webinar, I done read your ebook, and I'm sitting here like, this whole shit was all about the sun and the grass and the water in. Nah, I need a master class going to tell me, all right, what type of soil? What's the minerals in the soil?
Right.
Why is the roots growing that way instead of not this way?
Right.
Why is the plant aiming this way? If the sun is pointing over there, why is it going in the direction of the sun? Do it really need the sun? Why is these colors are changing? How long did this plant live in this environment before it died? Like, details.
Right.
But these master classes don't have details. Speaker broad.
Man.
So once you finish that one, download part 2 so you can get the real information.
There you go, level 2.
I done paid $2,500, not know shit in part 1, but you wanted to buy it too? Come on, man.
That's it, though, man. Operating in your gift, man.
And that's just what we live in. What you think is like the hardest parts for kids these days to figure out their gifts?
Oh, man, I think, man, that's a good question, but a lot of times, kids try to impersonate other kids.
Right.
You got social media out there, you got YouTube, you got TV, all types of media. So it takes somebody with a strong personality to break out from the pack. The pack is like, hey, I want to be like this person, or I want to be like that person. This person's hot right now. I want to be like them. So they're not focused on being an individual. They're focused on copycatting or being like somebody else.
Right.
But every now and then, 1 or 2 people will pop out and like, hey, I'm going to create my own trend. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be who I want to be, that type of stuff. So that's why I think it's so hard for kids to like come out and find their own gift because they're trying to be like somebody else.
Yeah, that's definitely because the people around them can influence them.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I spent a lot of time making sure that I put my kids in environments around people that are not in groups